Welcome to the Eat Better, Move Better, Live Better podcast presented by Flourish with Tracy, where we'll dive into the realms of holistic wellness, plant-based nutrition, yoga, and self-care to help you live your best life. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for our special segments. Meditation Monday. Start your week with mindfulness. Wellness Wednesdays. Get the midweek boost you need. Sadhana Saturdays. Dedicate weekends to personal growth. Join us as we explore and discuss all things to eat better, move better, and live better. Welcome to Sadhana Saturday. Today we begin our journey through the chakra system. Whether this is your first introduction to the chakras or you've encountered them before through yoga classes, books, meditation, or wellness practices, I invite you to approach this series with curiosity. Today we're going to begin with the earth, our original foundation, and the root chakra, which is Muladhara. The teachings of yoga are not static. They unfold as we do, and this series is not about diagnosing ourselves or striving for some sort of perfection. It's not about fixing ourselves because we're somehow broken. Instead, it's about strengthening your awareness, learning to recognize patterns in your bodies, your mind, emotion, and your behaviors with kindness and curiosity. So we're going to begin with the earth. And why the earth, you may ask? It's a step earlier, as most of our teachings begin with the root chakra or Muladhara. The earth is not traditionally classified as the 8th chakra in the classical series. However, the earth is at the beginning because it serves as a symbolic reminder that we can become grounded within ourselves. But before we do that, we must first recognize what has always been grounding us, surrounding us, external to us. Long before we took our first breath, the earth was sustaining life. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the food that nourishes us, the minerals that build our bones, the sunlight that supports all of our living systems. Every moment of our lives has been made possible through our relationship with the natural world. And we've been reminded through our yoga practices that separation is often an illusion. We are not standing apart from the earth. We are expressions all from the same natural process. Our bodies contain the minerals that all originate within the earth. The oxygen is part of our living ecosystem, and our water within us, around us, have been recycled through clouds and rivers and oceans and plants through millions of years. And when we take the time to remember this relationship, something will shift. We begin to feel less isolated, less disconnected, and instead more rooted, more supported, more grounded. Many traditions speak of earth as our first teacher. The earth teaches us patience, resilience, regeneration, adaptation, and balance. The earth teaches us cycles of activity and rest, of growth and dormancy, of expansion and renewal. Our modern culture often encourages constant productivity, yet nature reminds us that healthy systems include periods of restoration. Our nervous system is no different. Without adequate rest or recovery, without nourishment, even the strongest of our systems begin to show signs of strain. Nature's rhythmic, and earth teaches us how to honor rhythm instead of constant acceleration. When we connect with the earth, we begin to learn about our body. Then we can answer a simple question: am I safe in this moment? When our brain perceives safety, it's easier for us to think clearly, digest our food, regulate our emotions, heal, learn, sleep, and connect with others. When our brain perceives danger, however, whether the threat is physical, emotional, or psychological, it shifts. It shifts resources towards survival. Our heart rate may increase. Breathing becomes more shallow. Our muscles prepare for action. Our attention narrows. Both sets of responses correlate to our nervous system. If we feel safe, our nervous system is calm and we feel grounded. When we perceive danger, our nervous system adapts to fight or flight for survival. The Earth Chakra provides a reminder to our nervous system that it's okay to pause and reset, to be present. Right now, I am here. Right now, I can breathe. Right now, I can reconnect with stability. The Earth Chakra invites us to embrace grounding. And being grounded doesn't mean you never experience stress, or you never feel anxious, or life becomes easy. Grounding means developing the capacity to remain connected to yourself even when circumstances become difficult. Grounding keeps you connected to the earth with stability and flexibility. It allows you to be steady, and steadiness allows us to become adaptable. And to deepen your earth chakra, you don't need elaborate rituals. It often begins with simple, intentional actions you can do on a regular basis, such as walking outdoors, noticing the sensations beneath your feet, gardening or caring for your houseplants, sitting quietly beneath a tree, observing sounds around you, preparing a nourishing meal, using fresh ingredients, watching the sun rise or sunset, taking slow, mindful breaths, reducing your distractions long enough just to notice the rhythms of your own body. These moments remind us that we are part of something larger than ourselves, and often that awareness alone can soften the feeling of being overwhelmed and reset or regulate your nervous system. The earth offers us our external foundation. And from that foundation, we can then move inward to explore the first traditional chakra, Muladhara, the root chakra. So if you think about it, if earth is the ground beneath our feet, the root chakra, Muladhara, is the first internal experience of being supported within ourself, the grounding within. And it is here that we begin to explore what it means to feel safe within our own bodies, to feel stable within our lives, and to be connected with the present moment. The way you experience Muladhara is how you support yourself. The Sanskrit word Muladhara is made up of two words, mula, which means root, origin, or base, and adhara, which means support, foundation, or that which upholds. When you put the two together, Muladhara translates to root support or root foundation. It's located at the base of your spine in the region of the pelvic floor. Practitioners often associate these areas with the structures that provide your physical stability. They literally connect you to the earth. For example, your feet, your knees, your hips, sacrum, tailbone, and your pelvic floor muscles. When you stand, walk, or sit, these structures create your physical relationship with gravity. The root chakra, Muladhara, is about stability, physically standing, and then also standing firmly within your life. The element is, of course, the earth, Prithvi. It's your grounding, endurance, reliability. It's also your identity, finances, and structure. It's your sense of belonging, its nourishment, and most importantly, its consistencies. This chakra influences many aspects of your lived experience, and it's where we answer the question, who am I? And it's where we meet our most fundamental of our human needs. These needs are physical, such as shelter, food, water, rest, safety, financial security, and maintenance. These are not luxuries. These are our foundational necessities. And from these physical needs, our emotional and psychological needs are met. Without them, it becomes difficulty then to focus on creativity, personal growth, or any of our higher aspirations. Emotionally, the root chakra is connected with our sense of belonging, trust, reliability, consistency, emotional steadiness, and feeling supported. It is here where we build dependable relationships and develop a stronger sense of how to learn to navigate our world safely. Psychologically, when our root chakra's basic needs are met with warmth and safe predictability, we develop a stronger sense of trust. And if we experience inconsistency or disruption while trying to meet our basic needs, either in our childhood or as adults, then feelings of insecurity can arise. These experiences do not determine our future, but they can shape patterns as we continue to explore and heal throughout our lives. Spiritually, the root chakra Muladhara offers a different perspective. It is not necessarily a transcendental experience. Spiritually, the root chakra is more practical. It's about becoming fully present in ordinary life. For example, washing dishes with awareness, breathing through discomfort, or caring for your body. Honoring your responsibilities and pausing to be fully present. And each of these are everyday practical examples of grounding. Seeing grounding is not separate, but part of spiritually being lived and experienced through everyday actions. It's represented by the color red, which evokes the qualities of our life. The color red is associated with vitality, warmth, courage, physical energy, and the circulation of blood. In nature, red often captures our attention. It signals rightness, warmth, and sometimes caution. And symbolically, it reminds us to pay attention to our basic needs before reaching towards something more abstract. Symbolically, Muladhara is traditionally depicted as a four-petaled lotus. The lotus represents growth that emerges from challenging conditions, as it is a flower that grows in muddy water, yet it rises to blossom with remarkable beauty. This reminds us that our circumstances do not define our potential. Even when we experience fear or difficulty, that growth and potential remain possible. Each chakra is associated with a bija or seed mantra or vibrational frequency. For the root chakra Muladhara, the bija seed mantra is LAM, spelled L-A-M. It is chanted LAM. Try it. When you practice it, you may notice the vibrations within your lower body and pelvis. When Muladhara is functioning in a healthy, balanced way, you may experience an overall general sense of stability, emotional resilience, happiness, practical decision-making, healthy routines, confidence, patience, ability to meet your challenges, realistic optimism, a sense of feeling connected to your community, the ability to embrace healthy boundaries, and feeling comfortable being present within your own body. And it doesn't mean that your life is free of difficulty. Instead, it means that when difficulties arrive, you have a solid foundation in which to respond. So what then happens if our foundation is unstable? If or when our root chakra becomes imbalanced? Sometimes we may refer to it as being blocked. And rather than asking, is my root chakra blocked? Perhaps a more helpful question might be, what areas of my life feel unsupported and what small steps can help restore balance? A shift in perspective encourages curiosity instead of self-judgment. So what contributes to imbalance? It may be challenging during times of change, such as moving to a new home or a career, or a shift in health due to illness or injury. It may feel challenged during loss, such as divorce or separation, death or grief, loss of employment. It may feel challenged during chronic stress, trauma, or natural disasters, or unresolved experiences from childhood or states of instability. And sometimes the imbalance isn't caused by one major event. Often it can develop gradually, and we unintentionally contribute to it by skipping meals, having poor sleep patterns, failing to take a break or slow down, or we disconnect from our community, ignoring our physical or emotional needs. And over time, these small disruptions can accumulate, leaving us feeling less grounded than we once were, feeling unstable. So how do you know if your root chakra is imbalanced? It can show up physically, emotionally, or behaviorally. Physically, you may notice that you're feeling physically depleted or persistently fatigued. You may experience muscle tension or lower back discomfort. You may feel tightness in your hip or tension in the pelvic floor, stiffness in your legs or discomfort in your knees, pain in your feet. These symptoms can also be the result of medical concern, which is why if any of these physical ailments are persistent or seem to be worsening, to have these symptoms evaluated by an appropriate healthcare professional. Emotionally, imbalance may present itself as anxiety or chronic worry, fear of the future, feeling unsafe despite no immediate danger. Perhaps there's irritability, difficulty trusting others, loneliness, hypervigilance, or feeling disconnected, or just difficulty relaxing. Notice that these experiences are all related to uncertainty and have no sense of grounding. In these instances, it is also suggested to seek the assistance of a therapist or holistic practitioner to help reset the root chakra, to reestablish trust. Behavioral signs of root chakra imbalance may include difficulty establishing routines, overworking, constant busyness, financial impulsivity, hoarding out of fear, finding it difficult to ask for help or avoiding responsibilities. And sometimes you may feel scattered, feeling the need to be overly controlling, or constantly preparing for a worst-case scenario. Here, a return to a greater sense of safety may also need professional therapeutic intervention. Outside of the examples where possible professional or medical attention would be required, beautiful thing about the root chakra is that there are many simple supportive practices that restore balance, each beginning with consistency. Spending time in nature is one of the most accessible grounding practices, and it's just simply beginning by spending time outdoors, taking a walk, sitting beneath a tree, observing the seasons change. Research shows that consistency and spending time in natural environments may help reduce stress and improve your mood and support your overall well-being. You don't have to hike a mountain. It can be as simple as tending to a small garden or sitting in a local park. Each of these can become a grounding practice. The most important way to restore the root chakra is to do so through daily rhythms. Muladhara thrives on consistency. The simple routines create a sense of safe predictability. And you've heard these before, yet they each bear repeating because these habits communicate stability, that I am safe, to both your body and your mind, and it will also calm your nervous system. Walking, regular meals, consistent sleep schedules, staying hydrated, gentle daily movement, planning time for rest or self-care, and reducing unnecessary multitasking. Being sure to nourish your body with balanced meals with fiber-rich foods and adequate protein and a variety of fruits and vegetables, and limiting excessive alcohol or highly processed foods. And gentle movement. There are several grounding yoga postures that support stability, balance, and connection to the earth through the Muladhara root chakra. The first one is mountain pose, standing still, Tadasana. It's perhaps the most simple and most profound, and it teaches us that just standing still can be powerful. Garland pose, Malasana. It's a deep squat that encourages awareness of your hips and the pelvic floor. Child's pose, Balasana. It's a posture of rest and surrender, reminding us that rest is productive. And Warrior One, Virabhadrasana. It's a posture that develops stability, confidence, and focus, reminding that strength grows from connection. Remember, certain postures may need modification if you are experiencing knee injuries, hip replacement, physical balance concern, pregnancy, osteoporosis, or recent surgery. If so, practice one-on-one with a yoga instructor or teacher. Use props and work within your comfortable ranges of motion to be sure to honor any pain as information rather than something to push through. You can also embrace breath work and meditation to complement and balance your root chakra practice. A simple inhale and longer exhale often encourages relaxation and supports the parasympathetic nervous system. A simple meditation is just to repeat silently to yourself, I am here. This breath is here. This moment is enough. Sometimes healing begins with noticing what is already supporting us. Some also enjoy aromatherapy to reset Muladhara. Earthy scents such as cedarwood, patchouli, or frankincense. They may create a calming atmosphere. And finally, to initiate balance, find time to journal or reflect, asking yourself, what helps me feel safe? What routines strengthen my well-being? What fears keep me from feeling grounded? Where can I ask for support instead of carrying this alone? Seek professional help if you feel you need further support outside of simple balancing, if you feel you have symptoms that are interfering with your daily life. And these professionals can be primary care physicians, mental health therapists, trauma-informed specialists, clinical social workers, physical or occupational therapists, registered dietitians, yoga or meditation teachers. And all are available to help you tap into your grounding, restore balance, and embrace being present. The root chakra is not about becoming fearless. It is about becoming steady enough to meet fear with presence, to learn to trust your capacity to respond, to honor and to embrace the sacred practices of grounding. Now that we've established the foundation through Earth and Muladhara, next week we'll explore the next energy center, the sacral chakra, Swashisthana. Today we explored the root chakra, which asks, am I safe? Next week we will explore the sacral chakra, which will ask, can I experience life more fully? Until then, may you remember that every strong and well-tended foundation begins with grounding in connection to the earth. May your roots grow deep, and may your breath remain steady. Thank you for sharing time and space today. Namaste. Thanks for tuning in. I hope today's insights help you on a personal journey towards a healthier, happier life. Don't forget to join every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for more self-care and holistic wellness tips. Before you go, make sure to comment, click the
bell, like, and subscribe buttons for upcoming episode notifications. Be sure to always consult a medical professional before making any major changes regarding your health, diet, or routine. In the meanwhile, stay motivated, stay inspired, and remember, every step you take is one step closer to a better you. Until next time, keep flourishing, and as always, may all be well.